Hello, I'm Romain Gauthier, and I work for AF83, and I'm a UC Engine core developer. So I will show what is UC Engine and what kind of thing you can do with it. UC Engine is a publish-subscribe server. Clients push events to the server, which has dispatched to other clients. It allows you to build real-time applications, such as collaborative-based services, games, live meetings, or anything else that fits in the event-driven philosophy. But what makes UC Engine different from others is its persistence ability, its native persistence. Every event pushed to the server is stored and time-coded, so you can finally search for events. For example, you can specify a temporal frame or a specific type of event to retrieve. This kind of native ability allows you to think of features like replay. ucengine is built to be developer-friendly, so we really try to keep things simple. We have built a REST API on top of an Erlang core, which JSON is a primary exchange format. And as it's HTTP-based, it's simple and you have tons of library to play with. So you're not tied to a specific language because ucengine has been designed to be technology agnostic and interoperable. So you can use the language you want to play with it. Most of your code will run server-side most of the time because for the moment we have two main libraries, a Ruby one and a JavaScript one, which is focused on the browser interaction. And there is no intermediate between the JavaScript library, your code at running client side, on the server, the UC Engine server. But sometimes there is some things you can do with the browser. For example, there is a conversion of PDF to images that you can do with JavaScript API without having a client-side logic. So to have this, you write a daemon client in another language to speak with it. A ucengine daemon client is what we call a brick, a process that needs to be allowed to do a specific things. Okay, starting with a classic, the chat example. Let's imagine you want to chat with a friend, but you know, how do you manage to do this with ucengine? It should not be more difficult than send an event to your friend, right? And it's exactly how it works with ucengine. Let's be clear, you're not so fluent to speak with your French neighbor, so you want to translate automatically your sentences to the appropriate language. So write a daemon client, which subscribes to all chat events. Ask Google for the translations, and then push new event to your friend. It's simple, right? ucengine is built to be generic, as I said. So here you have the behind of the chat protocol. For example, you have messages, events, which use of the chat.message.do events type. But when ucengine sees the messages, the events, you don't know what kind of event it is. It sees just events. So it's completely generic. Thus, you can build your own protocol, and it's the true power of ucengine, because you can build your own interactive protocol. This can lead to a huge ecosystem. You know how ucengine works? A pub subserver, as I said, and you know what it's supposed to do, but what kind of thing you can do with it? For the moment, we have a demonstration available on your site, which is ucengine.org, and we show a very subset of what you can do with it. But actually, we want developers to imagine and find their own usages around real-time application. And by the simplicity and the genericity of ucengine, the limitations are certainly only your imaginations. Here is some links to dig further in the ecosystem. Our code is on GitHub, and we have a lot of documentation to dig further in the ecosystem of ucengine. ucengine is a young project. It is fun, and it is free as in freedom. And it has been built for developers, you. So contributions are very welcome. Thank you. Now I have plenty of time for questions. Is there any questions? Yes? I don't get it. The question is how the persistence is done, right? So we have multiple backends, but primarily as we have an Erlang core, we use Mnesia, and MongoDB have a double backend. You can choose one of them. Yes?
So would this be useful to reproduce some kind of propagation of events like the one Google Wave?
Yes. Yes. As we have persistence, we can have replay, etc. And we really think we are simpler than Google Wave because we are not the federating aspect. But we try really to keep things simple and to start really fast. For example, most of your code is JavaScript. So you can starting really fast with it because we have built an ecosystem of widgets which are available on the demonstrations. So you can put with it, you can put your widget on your site and it works because you can talk directly to the server. Yes? It's a good question because I don't really know about this, but maybe we can chat with it later because the core dispatch the event to the clients, but on the client side, I don't know if you can see if there is events that you haven't, because this is the core which manages this. So maybe it's more complicated than that.
Okay, no more questions? Going once, going twice? Thank you very much for your presentation.